5 for 5 on the penalty kill. It's been 3 months since you've given up multiple power play goals in a game. Just a little bit more comment on the PK, which looks like they're the best part of the team right now.
Yeah, what I heard there was too many penalties. That's 2 games in a row, right? Yeah. No, it taxes guys. They did an outstanding job. And I thought actually our penalty kill got better as the game wore on. I thought in the crunch time at the end, we were outstanding. We shared the puck. We won big face-offs. It's too many. That's the problem with it. But the guys are doing a terrific job. And it really grinds you down. You take that many, you know, those are obviously guys who play big minutes 5-on-5 and everything else. And, you know, that was a part of why we didn't have a lot of gas there late for our push in the third.
In a game like that, when ice is so hard to come by, how important can a player like Adrian Kempe be who can just change the game with one moment like he did?
Yeah, you know, I thought that was his best game since I can remember. I thought he was extremely physical. He was fast. He just played a 200-foot game. You know, you hear about that a lot. 200-foot game of physical. Was a leader. That was all before he scored. And then, you know, to see him score that goal, we've seen that goal many times, him down the wing and just snap it. So all in all, just a really, really strong game for him.
James, that ability of Adrian's to kind of turn a half chance into a goal that Zach just mentioned, that's something you've maybe been missing in recent games?
Yeah, you know, to score from the outside is really difficult in the league. Against Sorokin, you know, it's going to take a great shot to beat him. And, you know, he's got some power and quickness there on the release that's hard to read. And those ones don't go in very often unless you're one of the elite shooters in the league.
Coach, the way this game was going, that first goal maybe more important tonight, maybe on some other nights it just seemed...
Yeah, it was tight.
You talked about the last game. You said after the last game we need to play desperate.
Yeah.
How did you feel you guys played tonight?
I thought we did. I thought, you know, you can usually get a pretty good read on the bench. We scored right away against Dallas, but 3 or 4 minutes into the game, it just didn't feel... We were up 1-0. It didn't feel like they had the legs, we didn't. You know, the Islanders played well, but I thought that we had legs. We forechecked, we finished checks, we were tracking back. We weren't giving them a lot of space. So I felt pretty good right away that our guys were here to play.
What's your approach before the game, knowing a team's coming in red hot, 6 straight, right? Mm-hmm. And as good as they've been playing, do you have a different approach at all with the guys saying, hey, you know, we need to do something different, or...
No, I mean, we make them aware of it. You know, you always want to know, you know, where your opponent's at, and they're playing really well. But coming out of that Dallas game, you know, and I talk about this a lot, that we really focus on our team. You know, not that we didn't mention the Islanders and the fact that we're on the streak, but it was really about us getting back and answering the question, you know, how desperate can we be for one another? And you know, somebody asked it earlier. I thought we answered that to ourselves.
You talked this morning about the reliability that Mike Anderson brings. What did you see from him first game back tonight?
Yeah, there's no question. I counted just on the bench, and we'll see it on the video, but I counted 4 times where he had just a really good stick to break up what would have been really dangerous plays. So amongst everything else, I know he had a couple of hits. He was physical on Barzell, but I just have a vision of 4 times where just a quick stick to break up a pass across. You know, that's what he does so well. He goes unheralded sometimes because it's not the offensive things as much as the defensive things that he does.
How good is it to see David Riddick come in and have the performance he has tonight?
Yeah.
Starting for a while.
Yeah, that's right. You know, and Talbs had played so well, so we kept going with Talbs, and David was patient. David had played well prior, but Talbs was going good, so we were riding him. But it was David's time, and so, you know, you always worry when a guy's been out that long. You know, how's he going to get back into the game? Oh man, he answered that for us tonight, didn't he? It's a great performance when you see a goalie come in after being out that long and being able to play a game like that.
Coach, Danault gets the line gets the all important next goal. What do you see from that line going forward?
Well, you saw they scored from under the goal line again, where they're making plays under the goal line. So they're a line that's really hard to contain once you get into the other team's zone and you get under the goal line. They twist and turn, they go to the net, they're evasive. So they play, we call it ozone play. They play a strong ozone play under the goal line. So that type of goal is how they score. And you know, sometimes you don't score, but you're wearing the other team out. Dallas wore us out in the last game, under our goal line, making us work, not letting us touch the puck. That's the type of line that those guys are for us.
Mikey mentioned that he thought that the forwards getting on the forecheck was really what set the tone defensively. Did you think that play was kind of the culmination of that? And they notice that when a guy makes an aggressive play to start it, like Phil did, he generally tends to be the one finishing it too with a goal.
Yeah, that usually happens. Well, I said that about Adrian too, right? He was playing physical. Yeah, the game is all tied together. So if you can't forecheck and play hard in the other team's zone, then it's hard to track them back and stand up and break out. They're all connected. And so tonight we did that, made it hard for them because they were a little bit tired by the time they started to try to attack us. Our D can stand up. I take you back to the Dallas game. We didn't do that. They were flying at us, and we weren't able to support our D as well. So it's all connected. You really got to be solid in all areas, to be able to play good defense.
Jim, what's Arvidsson's status? Could he travel with you on this trip?
I don't even know that. He could travel, I guess, but it'll be better for him to stay back and to skate here. He'll get better ice sessions. We play 3 and 4. Not a great practice setup. He could travel, but he'll stay here and he'll keep skating.
Jim, you guys countered their game plan really well. You didn't let them establish the forecheck, which is a big part of their game. Never got frustrated by their city defensive play. Is this as well as you guys have executed a game plan as you've seen in a while?
No, for me it was like the Jersey game, the Vancouver games. We played that type of game. It was just getting back to that game again. Some of the games that we talked about, playing on the road and playing tight. I thought we brought that back here. Their power play was really, I think, where they got the majority of their looks, the majority of the time in our zone.
So what stands out most to you from this homestand that you're taking on the road that you're, from a consistency standpoint?
Well, I thought we played, again, outside of the Dallas game. Ottawa gave us problems. I thought we played pretty well defensively. We didn't give that much up as far as goals. We'd always like to create more offense. But we played the defensive game that we played on the road that we liked. We brought it home, and we're pretty consistent playing that. And so I think that's what we like. Those are playoff-type games when they're tight. That's how they're all going to be in the playoffs. So we like that we established that at home.
Jim, after Saturday's game, you said Arthur Kelly didn't feel 100% going into the game. He scratched tonight. Was that because of him not feeling 100% or because of his play recently?
Not even his play, because he actually played a good game. I thought he played well against Dallas, one of our better forwards. It's just a coach's decision. It's been a tough road for Arthur for sure. Didn't really do anything wrong. It was just a coach's decision to go with 11. Mikey coming back in, 7 defensemen. We didn't know how that was going to go. Just a decision that was made.
He's already at 100% now?
Yeah, he is.